people deluded. Now we know there's several reasons as to why Arsenal on and off the field aren't progressing, and all of these sort of things. There's many macro and micro reasons, and we've spoken about, and you've got your opinion. But could it be the double sessions which have been the result of our recent results? And I say this, and again, I say this because of this. Firstly, I'm not critiquing the double sessions. It's needed and it had its benefits. All the players were talking about it statistically. We're running more and these things. But when you consider it like this, obviously, if you look at any team in any sport that has won anything and you have statistical data, there's a few exceptions to the rule. But if you look at the duration, their playing level, their intensity level, and all of them stats, somewhere along the season calendar, there will either be a massive uptake or a massive downtake. They'll plateau, or it will be like this, but you'll see up and downs. That's why you typically see some teams in pre-season, they start off very well. Some people take longer to get into it because people are not fully fit. Some people fitter than others, and several things. But at the start of the season, I say it like this, because when we were fit and firing, we were running more statistically and evidently. We was having double sessions, we were scoring mad goals, we were undefeated. If we're keeping it true, there was many games on another day we would lose. When you're working hard, you get a lot of luck. We were scoring late goals. We was doing what we needed to do to get out of it, innit? And that, I think a big reason as to that is because we're obviously running more. But as the weeks have gone on, fixtures are piling up and there's injuries and fatigue. Could that have also, and I don't, again, I'm not at the, I don't know if they're even still doing it. I don't work or live at the training ground. But could that be, as just a fan, sorry, could that be a reason as to why the recent results? Now, again, I'm not excusing the personnel, the mistakes, the lineups, all of these other things. I just want you lot to focus on this vid. We're all intelligent to know the backdrop of the other stuff. But when you consider, definitely for West Ham, I've always thought this, but the West Ham game, I'm not excusing them again, but we looked so lethargic, people, in my opinion. They looked tired as well, and considering these men only played once, well, some of them only played once in the week because we had the FA Cup before that, it makes me think, by the same token, when you're getting the luck, obviously when you're not fit and things like that, or we look tired, we're not scoring goals as late as we wanted. Like, if we played West Ham earlier, we probably would have got something out that game. This is all hindsight. We're going through results. We're not making the runs we want to. I don't have the statistical data, because if we're running to the same degree in both periods, then yes. But when we was getting the luck of it because of our hard work, when it rains, it pours. Could this be a reason, on top of the fatigue and all the other reasons, as to why we're not getting results? Because when you're flying high, things happen for you. By the same logic as that. Again, there's several things wrong with the team and things like that. But could double sessions be a reason, people? I personally feel there might be some truth into that, or if not double sessions, I don't really like to get focused on that, more intensive training drills or whatever we're doing. With that in mind, you can probably better expect there'll be more an emphasis on recovery sessions and things like that with Unai Emery. So again, how much weight does it cause? But if nothing, how much weight does it hold, or things like that, or if it, pardon me, even is the cause? But I'm just speculating. Like, surely it's got to be, man, because if you think about it logically, people. Again, let's not say these are not incredible. We know these are incredibly fit individuals, anyways. But if we look at Wenger's sessions, not to critique him, man. No, I love the man, but his sessions weren't mad intensified and all of these things. So if you're a player, especially if you're like Ramsey, for example, just to use him as an example, you've been at Arsenal or under Wenger for best part of 10 years or so, 11 years or something. Anything from 9 to 11 years, the chronological order is rubbish. But you've been there. Unai Emery's come without critiquing or bashing another. The training drills might still stay the same, but it's dramatically changed. You're now doing drills that incorporate running, or doing things at an intensity more often than not, and things like that. That's bound to have an effect on your body, because you haven't been doing that for years. And when it's fit, we're firing and stuff like that. When it goes the other way, it could be. And you even could even, I wasn't old enough to comprehend this, but if you look at even when Wenger came into Arsenal with the initial English players or whatever, because I read Ian Wright's book, he said that they wouldn't necessarily feel it in the game, but the last 20, 30, they would be able to run more and stuff. It'd be interesting if people were saying the same thing with that when Arsenal were firing under Wenger and stuff. They're saying the drills, but were they saying if we were going through things, again, I wasn't old enough to comprehend at the time, but if we were going through things in since Wenger came, were they using that as a reason to say a drop off in a performance? It'd be interesting. I think even Pep, if you go and look at Pep's drills in his first year, you might still see the same. Again, this is not the reason as to why we're there, but I'm just speculating. I'll give you guys thoughts of the dome, exactly what I'm thinking about, and this is one of them, people. So I don't think it holds much weight, but it has been in the back of my mind, and I just, if anything, again, it don't hold much weight, but surely some of you have thought of this as well. But On that note, I'm gonna get out of here, people. I've got one more vid to record. So, Delirious, comment, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish. I'm out.